Hi everyone, so today we're going to be doing a open Senate map. So how this is going to work, it's on yapms.com. I went into Maps, USA, Open Senatorial, so you can find that there. So basically you can see, for example, in the state of Washington, there is Washington's first Senate seat, because every seat has two senators, and then there's also a second seat for Washington. Now, obviously, for Washington, both of those seats are held by Democrats. Now, what I don't understand about this map is that there's technically 200 senators, so when we get to the total, we're just going to need to divide the both of the numbers into two. Another note for the state of Vermont, and Maine, both of those independents will be classified as Democrats because they caucus with the Democrats. So let's go through this. I will be using this morning consult with all of the senators' approval ratings, since that's really the only kind of data that we have. Here we go. So we're just going to, not that, we're going to look up something like, for example, if we want to see Bernie Sanders, we will be able to see Bernie Sanders. There's 62% approval rating, 31% disapproval rating. So then we would go into Vermont and we would say, and I would make my prediction mostly based on this. If it's pretty close, I'll probably give it over to the opposite party, but also we'll need to take into account the state's partisan lean, whether Donald Trump won the state, and all of those other factors that we take when we're making our predictions. So Vermont, this one would be Bernie Sanders' seat. And then in addition, Patrick Leahy is the other senator from Vermont. He would also get that one. So right now the Democrats have 2 seats. So that was just an example just to show you what that would be like. So we're going to go from west to east. So yeah, Washington, if we go into Washington, oh yeah, that won't work, WA should work, there we go. So Maria Cantwell, 48% to 29%, and Patty Murray, 47% to 29%. Both of these senators are quite popular, and so I would give them over to those 2 senators. In Oregon, here we go. Rod Wyden, I've never heard of him, 50% to 26%, and if maybe it's better if we just, yeah, that's better. So I don't need to keep finding the states. Rod Wyden, 50 to 26, Jeff Merkley, 46 to 28. Both of these senators very safe for the Democrats. There we go. California, one of them is Dianne Feinstein, 43% to 35%. Kamala Harris is 43% to 29%, both of these going into the Democratic column. In Alaska, Lisa Murkowski and Dan Sullivan are the 2 senators there. They don't have overwhelmingly amazing approval ratings, but given the state's partisan lean, I'm going to give both of those over to their incumbent Republicans. So 12 over 2 is 6, 4 over 2 is 2, so it's 6 to 2 in favor of the Democrats right now. Going into the state of Nevada, this one, if we can find it over here, Catherine Cortez Masto, she is the, she's the head of the campaign arm for the Democrats in the Senate, 38% to 31%. Jackie Rosen, 39% to 32%. I would be giving both of those seats narrowly over towards their Democratic incumbents. In the state of Arizona, here, Kristen Sinema is 42 to 29. Martha McSally is 35 to 35. Given how much Sinema's approval rating is very good in Arizona, I would give Sinema 1 seat, but I would also say McSally would not be able to hold on to her seat. Her approval rating is even, and I would definitely say that Martha McSally quite vulnerable there in Arizona. In the state of Utah, should be down at the bottom. Here we go. Mitt Romney 50% to 29%, Michael Lee 45 to 27. Both of these safe for the Republicans. In the state of Idaho, I don't even need to check the approval ratings. I know that it would be safe, but just for sure, I can check it if we want. In Idaho, where is Idaho? Idaho. Michael Krapow, 46 to 26. Jim Risch, 53 to 23. Both of these safe for the Republicans incumbent there. In the state of Montana, here we go. John Tester, 50 to 28. Steve Daines, 44 to 31. I would say I would say John Tester narrowly holds on his seat in 2020, but then what's his name also holds on to his seat, the Republican there, in Steve Daines. North Dakota, here we go, North Dakota. So North Dakota, we have John Hooven at 55 to 22 and Kevin Cramer 43 to 35. Now, since Cramer just came out of an election, normally when you just come out of an election, your approval rating is not great. And North Dakota has a big Republican lean. So I'm going to be giving both of those seats over towards the Republicans. In Wyoming, I know that John Barrasso is there, 56 to 26, and Mike Enzi, 51 to 23. Both of those safe for the Republicans. South Dakota, we can check real quick now. South Dakota has Mike Rounds, the Republican incumbent, 56 to 28, and John Thune, 55 to 31. Both of those seats both safe for the Republicans. In the state of Nebraska, if we can find the state of Nebraska, here we go. Ben Sasse is 49 to 27. Deb Fischer, 46 to 34. So Ben Sasse, I would definitely say, holds his seat. But Deb Fischer is less certain. Given her approval rating is quite close to her disapproval rating, it could get a little bit interesting. Oh, sorry, I forgot. By the way, we're not doing the likely leaning toss-up. That's just a bit too difficult to do right now. But I would still say that with Nebraska's partisan lean, Nebraska goes there. So 30 over 2 is 15. 22 over 2 is 11. So 15 to 11 in favor of the Republicans right now. Let's continue. The state of Colorado. I know that Michael Bennet, 39 to 28. Honestly, that's not a great approval rating for a Democrat in Colorado, but I still think it's enough to get him over the line. And then Cory Gardner, 35 to 35. He is toast there in Colorado. Colorado goes towards the generic Democrat in Colorado. In the state of New Mexico, down in New Mexico, Tom Udall is 39 to 31. Martin Heinrich is 39 to 32. Both of these approval ratings very, very similar. And given the state's partisan lean, I'm going to be giving both of those towards their Democratic incumbents. Texas, Ted Cruz right now at 48 to 35. Cornyn at 42 to 25. Both of these seats I would give to the Republican incumbents in Texas. So where we are right now, 34 over 2, if my math is correct, is 17. 30 over 2 is 15. Why aren't I using that calculator? No, I don't think I need to. Whatever. Oklahoma, these are both safe Republican seats. James Lankford, actually 41 to 26. James Inhofe, 41 to 29. They both have the same first name there. Both of those seats solid for the Republicans. The state of Kansas. Kansas can sometimes get interesting. But at the end of the day, I believe that both Jerry Morgan would hold on 37 to 28, so we can get that one over. But Pat Roberts, look at Pat Roberts. He is barely above water here, 35 to 34. Given that the Democrats won a gubernatorial race here and how Pat Roberts is really underwater, he's been in Washington forever, I think that the Democrats might actually be able to narrowly pick up that seat in Kansas given his poor approval numbers. Okay, so about half of the country has been done. We're at, well, not half, given we still have a long way to go. 40 over 2 is 20. 32 over 2 is 16. Wow, this math is really putting me on the spot here. Hawaii, both of these seats holding on by their Democratic incumbents. If you want, we can check it here. Brian Schultz, 53-25. Mazie Hirono, 47-34. Both safe for the Democratic incumbents. Louisiana. In Louisiana, we can find it. John Kennedy at 49-23. Bill Cassidy, 47-24. Both of these states solid for the Republicans. Arkansas, both of those ones solid for the Republicans. Tom Cotton, they're in Arkansas, along with John Boozman. So 48-29 for Cotton, 46-25 for Boozman. Both of these seats solid for the Republicans. Now, in the state of Missouri, currently, as we can see, Roy Blunt is at 38-35. Josh Hawley, 37-30. Both of these I would put in narrowly in the Republican column. In Iowa, if we can go up and find it, the state of Iowa, Chuck Grassley at 42-39. That is pretty bad numbers. Same thing with Joni Ernst, but Chuck Grassley has won multiple times in the past, so I am going to narrowly give Chuck Grassley that seat, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Joni Ernst to hold on there in Iowa. Okay, in the state of Minnesota, here we go. Tina Smith at 42-24, Amy Klobuchar at 58-26. Both of these solidly going towards the Democrats. 54/2 is 27, and 42/2 is 20 plus 1, which is 21. So right now we are at 27-21. So relatively close right now. I don't know why. This needs to be fixed relatively soon. So this is the first half of this video. Again, 54 Republicans actually becomes 27 Republicans right now, and then 42 Democrats becomes 21 Democrats. So yes, that's the first half of this video. I'll be coming out with the second half. We're roughly halfway here. We'll do 2 more states or so. In Wisconsin, we can go into the state of Wisconsin. Tammy Baldwin at 48-35. Ron Johnson at 39-33. Ron Johnson is actually the Republicans, but I think that the Democrats could pick up that seat. So yeah, so right now we are halfway through this video, exactly halfway. Right now, 54-46, and yes, so we will be back with the second half, hopefully within the next 3 days. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Comment down your suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.